comparing the Jetta to the gasoline Jetta, you can see that the hybrid version was really superior in every way. Had electric propulsion, pure electric propulsion. The engine was not connected to the wheels. Notably, it was quite a bit faster in acceleration. The EV range was 50 miles compared to 0, of course, for the gas car. And interestingly, cold starts are reduced greatly depending on the type of driving. Cold starts where most emissions come from. But with a 50-mile range, rarely do you start the car to drive to work or drive on your errands. So you don't need the engine at all. Presumably you may run it longer on the weekends when you take a long trip. So you can estimate maybe 2 cold starts a week, whereas the gasoline car has typically one or two a day, maybe 16 over the course of the week. So it's a much cleaner car potentially on tailpipe emissions. Now comparing the plug-in hybrid to the e-box, the plug-in hybrid, series hybrid versus a pure EV, pretty similar in performance. Of course, the e-box uses no gasoline. It gets infinite miles per gallon if you want to look at it that way. The fuel economy of the Jetta is based on an EPA test where you're not using any of the electric range. It's just sort of the steady state use of energy converted from gasoline. And you can see that the EV range is much higher, but of course the overall range is quite a bit less. And of course, 0 cold starts, 0 emission vehicle. Comparing the Jetta to the standard Prius, I think the notable thing about this slide is that how similar the technology is. They each have an engine, a generator, a traction motor, transmission, a battery, and the big difference is in the size of the battery. Now, comparing our plug-in hybrid to a converted Prius, converted to plug-in, there's basically different kinds of cars. The series hybrid is a pure electric propulsion. The Prius is blended, some electric and some combustion engine propulsion. Big differences in the charger. Our car has a fully capable 18 kilowatt charger. The Priuses typically use a much smaller charger necessary to charge their smaller battery overnight. And the electric range is a big difference. This series can go 50 miles, the Prius maybe 3 miles. Now looking at the Jetta versus the projected results for the Volt, these cars are almost identical in their layout and in their performance. The only really big difference is in the charger. Our car has a much more powerful charger, can charge the battery much faster, and of course it's V2G capable, whereas the Volt, as far as I know, is not.